Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome to this week's short fun video of the week. And today I thought that we would do something that I have not done for quite some time, but that is truly one of my favorite, most fun things to do. And that is looking at some pointlessly gendered stuff that exists for absolutely whatever reason. I don't know who decided that things need genders and why that's still a thing that is happening, but it really is so funny to me. And so today I thought we would look at some of the best cases of that and we could all have a bit of a laugh together. And if you enjoy this video, please do not forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. I am trying to hit 500k by the end of the year, and so I do appreciate it greatly. I do upload 2 to 3 times a week and I would love to see you again, so thank you very much for that. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, Kiwi with a Q, Q-I-W-I. I am starting to upload there a little bit more. Go check that out as well. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's have a look at some pointlessly gendered things that exist in the world. Trauma destroys a woman, but builds a man. That's why her past matters, but his doesn't. It's not me, it's nature. Hey bro, that's not how trauma works. That's not how this works at all. No. Trauma impacts everyone. Sure, it impacts everyone in different ways, but that's not a gendered thing. That's an individual thing. Like, it depends on what the trauma is. It depends on your current situation, who you are, how you deal with things. Like, the way we deal with trauma is different for everyone, but it kind of does hurt. Everyone who has experienced trauma has some sort of like negative repercussion in their lives because of it. That's literally like what trauma is. And some people, yeah, they do, get stronger because of their trauma. However, don't you dare ever say that to someone. Don't say to someone who has trauma, at least it made you stronger, because that's how you get punched in the face. I'm allowed to say it. You're not allowed to say it. Generalizing and being like, trauma makes men stronger, you deserve to be hit in the face. You can't just be saying that. So not true, and also, shut up. A lady in the store tried convincing my daughter to buy a doll because dinosaurs are for boys. So my 5-year-old roared at her. I'm not even embarrassed. Yeah, you shouldn't be. I think that's the perfect response to that. I love being like, you should get a doll because dinosaurs are for boys. Why are dinosaurs for boys? Where did that rule come from? Who decided that? Dinosaurs are one of those things that like I just assumed were non-gendered, like not that anything really should have a gender, but people are like, Barbies are for girls and Hot Wheels are for boys because cars are a boy thing and whatever. Dinosaurs feel like a neutral ground on that. I don't know why those would be specifically a boy thing. Again, I don't really get why cars are either, but like, I know that's a gendered thing. I know that's separation. I know that that's enforced. Dinosaurs? Like, tell me when that started and why and how. Why are dinosaurs gendered? Since when? It's the same energy as being like dogs are for boys and cats are for girls. It's like, they're animals, bro. They're animals. Did you know they came in all genders because they're animals? I'm glad that she got roared at. I hope she learned her lesson. Like, don't gender things, and also don't tell kids what they're allowed to enjoy or not, or you're gonna get roared at. Go to the gendered bathrooms and replace the signs with 2 random things, like a fish and a sandal, and watch as people puzzle out which is manlier. It's not vandalism if it's an art project. And if you write down the results and properly format the paper, it even counts as science. And listen, I'm kind of obsessed with this. I love this. I find it so funny when you like go places and the bathrooms are like a picture of something that is not like the outline of a person or whatever. Like, it is 2 just random things. I don't know why we started doing that, but it's hilarious. I think it's so, like, it's hilarious in the way that it's so stupid. Like, that's so stupid. It's such a like a boomer humor type thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid, but it does make me laugh. And I'm kind of obsessed with this idea of just 2 random images that like no one put any thought into. You just get like, yeah, a sandal and a fish, because how do you gender a sandal and a fish? I don't know, but I would love to see people try. I want to see how that would go so bad. I think that you should choose two things, like if you did like, I don't know, like a fairy and a mermaid. Those are two things that have been typically gendered as very feminine. I want to see what they would choose, or probably what would happen. I want to see a man like stomp up to reception or the bar or whatever and get really mad that he has to choose between a fairy and a mermaid. Being like, I'm not peeing in a room that has a mermaid on the door. I think that would be hilarious. Put two typically feminine gendered things and then try to make them choose which one is manlier, or watch them get really mad about having to go through a door that has a typically feminine thing. That's funny to me. Anyway, I really want someone to do this, and I want to see the results and like what they choose. So someone make it happen. Do this. And this is drawings, how to draw dragons, female and male. And the female dragon is very smooth. Eyeliner and eyelashes. It has very smooth features, like no scales or anything, just like nice and smooth. And then the male one is like, you know, more realistic and detailed, as in it has the like spikes and the scales and stuff. Why? Like, this is how it goes. This is how it is. But like, why? Why do we have to keep doing this? It's not masculine to have like detail. You can be a dragon and have scales and spikes and also still be female. You don't have to make, like, applying human gender roles to like cartoon animals will always be so funny and so stupid. The dragons don't have to be like pretty. They don't have to be like hot. You know what I mean? Like I it's so strange. It's okay to have the female cartoon animals that aren't real have skin. These trans women, do they ever do things like women actually do? Run a home, cook, put the washer on, get the kids to school, visit relatives in care homes, budget the bills, clean the house, chauffeur kids about? You know, the reality of being a woman. Are you saying that as a man, you don't do any of those things, and these things are all things that only women do? Are you saying that these are the things that define a woman, and if you are doing those things, you are a woman, and if you aren't doing those things, then you aren't a woman? None of these things are exclusively roles for women. These are all actually things that everyone should do, no matter what gender you are. Like, everyone should be doing these things. So yeah, trans women are doing these things. And you should be too. You should be too. This is a self-tell, actually, because if you are out here admitting you don't do any of those things, you're just holding a big red flag and like building a wall around yourself that says, hey, women, don't ever speak to me or be in a relationship with me because I am useless and will contribute nothing to our relationship. Non-binary pride flag, women's t-shirt. Non-binary pride flag, men's t-shirt. And it's obviously t-shirts that are the non-binary flag worn by a women model and a man model. And that's so funny to me. And like, listen, I get it. I understand that it's because this is through like, I don't know, Redbubble or something, where it's like, those are the two options. You don't select, you know, to have like a unisex shirt. The website does it for itself, but it truly is so funny. The irony of it is so funny. Women, I feel so unsafe walking home alone at night. Average male experience walking back home, and it's a road that's like really foggy. Like, it's dark and it's really foggy, and it got community noted saying women can also see fog. This is like the rolling the ankle one, you know, the one where it's like women complain about period cramps, but they've never rolled their ankle. And it's like, hey man, women have ankles too. They're always out here saying shit like this. It's like, women complain about this, but like, have they experienced this? It's like, yeah, we have actually. Also, are people who experience things. What do you mean? Women complain about being afraid to go out at night, but like, this is what I see when I go out at night. Fog. Does the fog just clear around us while we walk? A woman going outside on a foggy night, and when they walk ahead, like the fog just clears a path for them? Is that what you think happens? Like, what went through your mind when you tweeted this and you like thought that you were making a good point? Because like, you're both experiencing the fog, except in the fog, women are afraid that like a random man is gonna jump out and attack them, where you aren't. So like, they have the two fears like together, whereas you just have the one. So like, you're not really making any sense. You're arguing, like, think things through before you speak, please. Cis people. Trans people have bizarre ideas about gender. also cis people. And there's a book that's called Men Are Like Waffles, Women Are Like Spaghetti. What does that mean? I don't know what this, I was trying to figure out a way to turn this into a joke or explain it, but I like literally cannot think of a single thing that makes sense. Like there's not, like my mind is blank. I don't know what this analogy means or how they came up with it. Like how did we get here? What inspired this? Where did this comparison come from? I don't know. I don't understand. Men are squares and women are squiggly. I don't know. On food things, here is an egg and bacon, like plushie holding hands, and someone posted it saying, okay, which one is the girl and which one is the boy? My wife and I are having a heated debate. Hey, so, my guy, I don't know how to break this to you, so I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. Eggs and bacon don't have gender. They're not gendered. Which one's a man and which one's a woman? They're neither, because one is an egg and one is bacon. There's not really much more I could tell you. And if you're gonna gender them because they're like, they have faces and they're holding hands, they don't necessarily have to be one or the other. They could both be men. They could both be women. Don't put your heteronormativity on bacon and eggs because it doesn't need it. They're not real. They don't have gender. You can decide. My new favorite coffee shop where I can get a heart-shaped cup with 2 different lattes. Oh, how I love being a woman. And there's like a really cute heart-shaped cup, and then there's a straw on each side, and they have a different drink on each side. And that's a really cute idea. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I am someone who loves to have multiple drinks. I have 3 drinks in front of me right now. But I think that anyone can order this. I don't think this is a drink exclusively available to women. I do think that men are allowed to order this. However, in saying that, I feel like this could be, you know, depending on the context in which it's being tweeted, like a good response to like an alpha male who talks about how, you know, they can't enjoy anything and all they drink is black coffee and like they can't have anything that has color or is in the shape of a heart. And then you tweet this being like, I love being a woman because I get to experience joy. Then I get it. And that's relevant and that's fair. They started it. Like if this is a commentary and being like, I love being a woman because men deny themselves of having joy for the sake of proving their masculinity, then fair play. I'll give it to you. This is something that like masculine men and like alpha males or whatever would stay as far away from as they possibly can. And so I think it's valid in response to be like, I love being a woman because I don't give a shit. But also obviously at the same time, this is something that men can order and experience. And I hope that more men open themselves up to joy and lovely, sweet things like having 2 drinks at the same time and a cup the shape of a heart. So, you know, it's pointlessly gendered, but it potentially has a point depending on the context. Here are exercise and muscle guides. And there's like a male body and he is like standing there holding a big dumbbell. And then there's the one for the female body. And I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but for some reason she couldn't just be like standing. She had to be like sitting on the ground with like in the pigeon pose almost. And everyone in the comments is like, this looks really uncomfortable. This is how I sit on the ground usually. It's one of the most comfortable ways to sit, kind of like your leg like folded in at the front and your other leg like you're like this. I don't know. You know, she's sitting like that and holding like the small dumbbells, like one up by her neck and one down. Like she is twisting her body weird and she doesn't look very comfortable. And then it's got the muscles labeled and I'm so confused as to why couldn't she just be standing there? Like why does she have to be sitting like that and holding the small like why couldn't we draw them the same? Why does she have to be sitting in this weird position? I don't understand. Especially like because this is a position that like makes your like it's like a glute exercise, I think, and it like makes your glutes look more defined. And so I feel like the reason it was done was specifically for that purpose, and I feel like that's just really weird. Like we can't have anything. We can't even have a fucking chart without you like weirdly sexualizing us. Like what's going on here? Just like be normal. Just like be normal. And then finally we have this 4-panel comic that is Baby Clothes World. Hi, do you have some summer baby clothes? Boy or girl? Does it really matter? Boy or girl? Maybe just point me in the direction of all the clothing. Boy or girl? And then he ends up in boys' clothes, and it's just trucks, blue, cars, dark blue, light blue, chest hair, boys, muscle, meat. And he just goes, sigh. And yeah. Yeah. Baby clothes, man, why are they gendered? And why are they gendered like this? It's so boring. You have like 2 options. It's either like everything is blue and like weirdly misogynistic, or everything is pink and like weirdly misogynistic. Stop it. Not everything has to be gendered. It doesn't matter. Let kids wear clothes. Let people wear things. Let people do things. Oh my god. Baby clothes, toys, whatever. Like, I have mentioned this before, and I've had someone be like, you know, they've done like a test on it before where they like went and they got young kids and got them to choose what they wanted, and like girls naturally more gravitated towards this and boys gravitated more towards that. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't mean there's a hard line though. That doesn't mean you have to separate it. Like, just because more girls went that way and more boys went that way didn't mean it was 100%. And again, like, you can't test it on kids who haven't been already exposed to gender roles already. Like, that's something that happens pretty much day one, right? Like, that's not a good way to measure things. Like, just keep it neutral. Let kids choose what they want. Stop separating it. It doesn't matter. The only reason these gender norms and gender roles and colors and things are real is because we made them real. They don't have to be real. Stop it. They're only there because we keep enforcing them being there. Do what you want. Get what you want. Go into the fish bathroom or the sandal bathroom. Up to you. Who cares? It's not real. None of it's real. And stop gendering things for no reason. There's no reason for it. With that, I'm going to leave it here. A huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons: Aurora, Sienna, Alicia, Muriel, Bree, Bay the Trucker, Chastity, Beckett, Prismatic Petey, Sushi, Uh-Oh, It's Crigolo, Phil the Duck, River, Queen Glimmer, Ella, Mr. Noodle, Radsack, Knitting Menace, Samuel, Chris, Ellie, Alexis, and Bobby. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. If anyone else would like to be on my Patreon, you go to patreon.com/savvycat or click the link in the description. For only £1 a month, you get my videos 1 to 5 days early and with no ads for those days. And then for £3 and up, you get things like outtakes and a bunch of other stuff too. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.